I recently revisited one game I have so much nostalgia for, and that is Spider-Man 2. Just to see if it was all nostalgia, and yes, it was actually very good. But upon searching for Spider-Man games, I came across a Spider-Man 2 PC version. It amazes me that this game even exists. I mean, it's Activision. Overwatch 2 fucking sucks, by the way. Activision used to make some movie license games like Shrek, Over the Hedge and Spider-Man games. Spider-Man 2 were developed by Treyarch, and one of the developers decided to work his ass off to make the game insanely better. But this game was developed by a studio named Feast Factor. They made some PC ports before and one SpongeBob game. The PC ports they made weren't bad, and it was the same game as the console version. But I don't know why, for some reason this time they couldn't port the same game and had to make this.
Peter, thank you for taking time out of your school day to come to the bank with me.
It's my pleasure, Aunt May. I'll make some time to study later.
I hope you don't spend too much time cutting classes.
Of course not. I'm a model student. Sorry, I don't feel well.
Hey, what? I don't always look like I'm having fun. Believe me, I am having the best time of my life.
Game starts with the best CGI I have ever seen in my life. Not your typical Marvel CGI, okay? This is some real stuff, some real CGI. We are in Doc Ock lab and he's testing his Wait, did we just skip half the plot? CGI Alfred Molina dies and Spider-Man here to save everyone. He leaves. Now it's time for everyone's favorite part of any video game, tutorial. But this one is different because it has Bruce Campbell as a tour guide.
Alright, listen up, Fancy Pants. Let's run through the basics just in case you're not that bright.
And remember how good was the swinging system? You had a variety of different moves, a great map that you could explore. This version completely ignores that.
What in the hell is this?
They made some spider web objects that you can swing only using those ones. Also, you can zip buildings, sometimes works, sometimes doesn't work. Actually, most of the time doesn't work. You can't even go on rooftops, aside from the ones that games wants you to go on. I don't think I can count this as a ported game anymore because they didn't port anything, they just made this horrible game. Also, this game have the most unrealistic New York that I ever seen in anywhere. Also, can someone give this game an award for the best AI ever?
Watch it.
By the way, Spider-Man doesn't kill in this game, he vaporizes. And oh, quick time event. Oh, we have a boss fight, and it was the worst boss fight I ever encountered in any video game. And Rhino run in a laser cage built in the middle of the city. Anyway, you beat Rhino, then he gets another epic cutscene. And guess what? You can play mini games now, and they are super fun. Then you randomly get teleported into a bank with Nintendo 64 Aunt May, and okay, this is one of the most boring missions I've played in any video game, so let's speedrun this. You beat bad guys again. You find Doc Ock, he's in the vault. To be able to open the vault, you have to solve this puzzle. And the boss fight. Oh no, they got Aunt May.
Help, Spider-Man!
I'll have to catch up with Ock later. Can't let them take Aunt May.
Dude, Peter doesn't give a shit about Aunt May. And if somehow you got tired by all this main story stuff, you can take a break by playing these new mini games. Peter and MJ are talking, someone steals MJ's car and you find out it's a cat named Puma. You fight Puma, then he goes out jumping and fucking flying. Dude, someone get this guy MC adaptation.
You're pretty good indoors. Let's see how you do outside.
You beat him for the second time, then he runs in a way you could easily catch him, but the game has to be longer, so you fight him again at a construction building, and then you find out he was hired by Doc Ock to distract you, and Doc Ock also kidnapped Mary Jane. But you don't care because Oscorp lab is on fire. Just a tiny detail here, these robbers are using the Call of Duty ray gun. Oh, I gotta save 5 scientists that all sound the same and even a robber sounds like the scientist. Oh, now I have to defuse 8 bombs. Look at that, Rhino, my favorite Spider-Man villain, gets another boss fight that isn't horrible because they copied everything from a PS1 game. Also, he freezes to death.
Here? What the? Well, there goes the neighborhood.
If you didn't notice, it's a Mysterio mission and surprisingly isn't horrible. It's still bad, but at least they tried something new. For ending this dream, you have to destroy these generators, and after destroying these generators you get to fight Mysterio himself. You hit him with rocks and it's insanely janky and sluggish. There's another phase to this boss and it's his robot. It's still not a very good boss fight, but by this game standard it's okay. After the fight you find out he was also hired by Doc Ock to distract you. Effective writing, I guess. And somehow Peter finds out Doc Ock is at a train station.
I'm sorry, there's no one allowed on this train. It's out of service.
So are you.
Something about this cutscene, man, they are just peak comedy. You get into a boss fight with Doc Ock on a train and he throws literal cars. And here it comes. The scene that brings tears into kids and grown man eyes. That includes so much symbolism. This is the last chapter of the game and thank God it's going to end.
Doc Ock sure takes his security seriously.
Dude, you just press the button. Welcome to the most broken part of the game. The goal here is to get to that vent, but you can't swing anywhere aside from this part. And you have to deactivate this electricity to go into the vent, but you don't need to turn off anything, you just can go in there.
You menace.
Taking Mary Jane was a big mistake, Ock.
This game is great at unintentional comedy. Also, this is the last boss fight, so you have to shoot Webb to destroy this power supplier and punch Doc Ock, and that's it, it's over. Whew. I think this game could be so much better if they had Michael Morbius as the villain. Okay, that's 2 Morbius joke after like 5 years from the meme. That's it.